Hi guys, I'm Ashif Ali and watching CGHOW video. Today we will make this electric shock effect in Unreal Engine Niagara. So let's start this tutorial. So let's start this. So I have this empty folder. I'll create a new level first. Maybe this one. And then I'll create a new level sequencer here. Open this and I need a character. So I will just take this mannequin. So let me just drag it into the sequencer. It is static mesh. You can use animation if you want. Okay, and I'll just set a camera angle, maybe like this, and set a camera angle. And then here you can make it focus around here. That ground, or maybe I'll just go to the exponent height fog and make this blue. Not that much actually, like this. Yeah. So we have a cool BG. Let me make it little darker. Okay. Yeah. So now we can focus on our lighting. So this is our setup. So basically I'll go here and I'll create a new Niagara and I'll take this and as electric and I'll show you the most basic way, the easiest way to create this. Although you can do a lot of things in this, but basic way. So I right click here, take a minimal emitter, and this first emitter will be a core glow here. So I'll just take the spawn rate, maybe 5, and then I will take the scale and I'll just fade in, fade out. So we need a curve here. I'll take a curve and use this preset, fade in, fade out. And I'll make this local and then I'll drag it into the sequencer. Okay, and just come out of the camera and then I'll move it here and we need it here. Now on the camera, it should be here. And this is too big as we can see, so size maybe 50, 20. I think 15 will be good enough. This, and I'll also add size. So it should be like scaling size, and light should be maybe random 1.5. So now you can see that glow is glowing, and you can also make it brighter initially. So you can just make this float and make this curve. Initially it is like 20 and at 0.5 it become 1 like this. So initially it will be brighter. You can add light into it, so you can just connect a light. I'll just add a light renderer. I'll just increase it to 5, maybe 50. Now it's, you can increase it like 500. So it will like, there is light on it. And I want color to be little, not position, color actually, a little purplish or maybe like this. Yeah, it's much better. Now we can increase the size little bit, 1.2. Cool. So we have now hot core. Now we want our lightning. So what I'll do, I'll just rename this core. Then to make the lightning that like strike here in the center, there are lots of ways, but the best way, the easiest way, I think you have to create a new emitter, and you can call it source. And then I'll just emit some particles, maybe burst, like 20 particles, and I'll take the spawn shape location, and we have the sphere. And I only want particle to spawn on the edge, so I'll just make this. And let's make this red, so it will be easier to differentiate. This is our source, and the size of the source maybe just 2 or 5. These are my source, and it's around here. I want little more bigger area, so sphere size maybe 200. Okay, so now source is not visible here. I just want my lighting to be visible here, but source is there. Okay, and I want it spawn just once, and it should never die. So these particles will never die. And if the distribution is very random, you can go to the spawn shape location. You can use uniform. So it will be kind of same distance between the points. Okay, now you have this source. Now I'll take this minimal emitter one more time, and I'll call this electric inward. You can make inward or outward both in the single emitter, but we can make it different in the two emitters, so we can have more control. So what I'll do, first I'll delete this and I'll take the first one thing you have to do in the source. You have to generate location of these red points, and when you take this, you have to go to properties, turn on this require persistent. Okay, this error will go on when you fix it. Then in the electric invert, I will take a ribbon which comes with the material, and then because we are using generate location event here, so in this I'll go to a stage event handler, and I'll use the location of that source emitter, then spawn particle, one per emitter, one particle. Then we need receive location. That's it. Then we need one more thing, that is velocity. So if you take the velocity here, like you have velocity, fix this and point velocity. Now see, each point velocity working from the center of that red particle, but I want all the particle center to be here. So you have to drag it here in the event handler, and now you will see the difference. Let it just update. So now you can see working from the center. Let me just save. Okay, now I want this inward, so I will make the velocity negative. And this much of velocity just hitting the point, and now they are coming back because of the too much velocity. So this is what I was talking. If you make this too much, they will go and then come back because they are intersecting. So now you have inward and outward in single emitter, but I want just this much. And they are just starting every time. So I'll go here and make some warm up. So we have this now, and this is how it looks. Now we don't need my red particle to visible, so I'll just turn this off. And now we need some movement in this. So what I'll take jitter, and see by default how it comes. And it has a very smooth curvature. So I'll go to the ribbon, excuse me, in the ribbon. And in here, I'll just disable this. And then the jitter, maybe 2. And the life, I'll make maybe 1. And then we can make the velocity little high. And reduce the jitter, 1. 1/5. Cool. But this is still too much, 0.5. Yeah, it's best. And we can use the same color. So I'll just make this color, maybe this 20, brighter. Cool. And these are still going very straight. So if you want even more random, you can use curl noise and maybe 200. And let's check here. And I'll also animate it, or maybe very fast. Maybe 50. So you can add some curl noise like this if you want, but I don't want that much. So yeah. So you have this. Now you want some streak, excuse me, some lightning coming out from the center, and you want to make it separate. So let's duplicate these both emitter, and this is now source 1. So keep in mind you have to change here source 1. And now if I isolate these two, what I want now, if I turn on the source also, and let's make this source now green, I want shape to be like 1. So these are here, and now velocity positive. So now they are coming outward. But let me change also color so it will be visible differently, and make this maybe 15. So now if I show you both like different, and you can make the life shorter, maybe 0.5 like this, or maybe 0.2. But there's a thing, the life of each ribbon is same. If you want different life, like some ribbons long, some are strong. This is trickier. You will learn something new today if you don't know how to. So what I'll do, we have this velocity which is 200. I will multiply this velocity, and again 200. Now I will multiply with the ID. So if you go here in the receive location, there is a ID, ribbon ID, and it has also this Niagara ID. So we can use this. So if you type here, if I go parameters, let me just drag it here and type here ID, we will get this receive location event Niagara ID. But this is not float, this is ID. So you cannot directly like multiply it with this. You cannot do that. So you have to, this second float, you have to convert it. So I'll just make this new scratch dynamic input. And here I'll take the ID. I'll take the Niagara ID and just connect here. So it will convert it. Then we can remove this, apply. Now we have the ID here, and you can now drag it. So now you will notice we have different size, and we can just make this here different size. Cool. And here in the sphere, I can use this random. And we can also do one more thing. Instead of ones, what you can do, you can just make it infinite. And instead of spawn burst, I can use spawn rate, maybe 20. And we can use live. So I will turn this on and make the live maybe 0.2, or maybe random 1 and 0.5 like this. Cool. And still very long. So I'll make this. Let's make the live 0.1. And now jitter maybe 2, maybe 5. I think I'll make the life maybe 0.5, but the velocity little down, and then jitter maybe 2 or 1. Yeah, this will be better, and even less. Yeah, this will be better. Little more. So we can just check it with all. Little more. Now you can see those blue. This is how you make this thing, and that glow, what I'll do, core, duplicate, paste, and this time I'll make this more saturated, but bigger, maybe 5. And it's too saturated actually, less. And opacity maybe just 0.2. And you can use actually additive material. So I will just search a radial, or maybe glow. I have glow materials like this. Yeah, cool. So this is how you make. And similarly, you can also change the width if you want. And also this one, I think I want more curl noise. It's too much. Maybe 1. Yeah. Oh, it's too much. So this is just about the settings you want, nothing else. And that blue one, I think I will increase. lighting. Blue one is more visible, and that core, I'll make this, make this some shorting issue. It's okay. You can add camera offset in this and make this less, maybe size 2. This is how you make things. So I hope you learned something new, and these are too many. You can of course reduce, like you can make this 10, and also you can make that shorter. So it's all about setting, but this is it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, and bye bye.